Hello, it's Aldwyn Altuney here.
And I'm Michael Thompson.
And we are doing
another episode
of
Movie Review TV. Movie Review TV.
It's actually the fourth episode. We're going to be actually reviewing today the Inside Peace documentary, which had its Queensland premiere recently. I'll tell you a little bit about the documentary before we give our
Tell us about it all.
opinions about it. Thank you.
Tell us the details.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, so the details are, now this movie took 4 years to make, or documentary movie. Now, it's all about criminal offenders plagued by a lifetime of violence, addiction, and bad choices find their way to the peace class in a Texas prison where they discover their humanity and struggle to change. Now, this happened back in 2007, so 10 years ago, where this peace class was brought to the Texas prison. The documentary follows 3 people, a guy called Trinidad, David, and Jake, for 4 years during their time in prison to their return to the outside world. Now, they begin to drop their tough facades and transform the way they interact with people and their surroundings as they put their lives back together from the inside out. So that's a bit of a premise about the documentary. Now, how did you find it, Michael?
I really loved it, Aldwyn, to tell you the truth. It was a very inspirational and uplifting documentary. It is, because these prisoners were beyond hope, so they thought, and so all society thought as well. So it didn't seem there was any way back for them, basically. That hit rock bottom. And when they went to prison, that was the end of their lives, basically. And they couldn't see any way back out of their situation. And the Inside Peace program brought them back and gave them new hope and a good outlook for the future, basically.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say? Do you like the documentary?
Yeah, look, I thought it was fantastic. It was very moving. And when the Queensland premiere happened at the Gold Coast Arts Centre about a month ago, I remember people being so moved by it that they were saying that I want to work in this field. I want to bring this Inside Peace program to my workplace or to my clients or to other people in my life who could really use it. So not just for prisons, but a lot of people who've watched this now are actually putting this Inside Peace program in place in other areas of society. And what I love about the Inside Peace program is it's not faith-based. I often say that religion is exclusive, whereas spirituality is inclusive. So the good thing about this is it's not based around any religion. I would say the principles are very, probably Christian-based principles, I would say, as far as, it's about, integrity, about love, self-love, about trust, that kind of thing, about hope. So the way the Inside Peace program works is it's basically a series of video trainings that were brought into the prison in a step-by-step basis, and each of the prisoners were learning different modules each time. And it was interesting that the program was just so popular in the Texas prison that people were actually lining up outside wanting to do this. And really what I got from it is that it's really about getting how unique and how special the prisoners were, because a lot of prisoners and people in general, who are not in prison but maybe in a prison of their mind, feel very low self-esteem. And I think where this Inside Peace program, it lights them up from the inside and makes them see that there's a lot more possible for their lives and that they can have and do anything they want, and they can have a peaceful life. So I really loved it, and I know a lot of people were very, very moved by the program. And I know it's been brought into effect in Australia. I've interviewed a few people actually involved with the Inside Peace program in Australia, and it is being rolled out across the world, I believe. So if anyone's interested in the program, they can just Google Inside Peace documentary, and you'll find some contact details online where you can actually look into the program a bit further. And
I believe they've had some workshops recently on the Gold Coast.
Yes.
Which have been available.
Yes,
Isn't
that's
that
right.
right.
That's right. There was a workshop about how to put Inside Peace program into your life in general, and how to actually become a trainer of the Inside Peace program. And I believe this is being rolled out actually across the world and across Australia.
So you can apply it to your own lives and your own workplace.
Yes.
that you work in. So it can apply to anything basically in your life.
Yes,
Can't
yes.
it all?
Yes, very, very powerful. It's amazing, you know, you think of people in prisons, and that, you know, really are like so many people that are in prison, but they're not actually in prison, but they're like in a prison of their mind. And, you know,
well, a lot of people didn't see any way out of their situation of what they were, because they've been put down all their lives, as you've said, Aldwyn. They've got low self-esteem, and the only way they can basically live is by selling drugs and by violence. That's the only way that many of these people have known.
Yes.
They haven't known any other way to live.
That's true. And, you know, they've grown up in families where one guy said both his parents were heroin addicts. And, you know, if you're brought up in that kind of environment, it's not really a great start to life, and it would be very hard to get on the straight and narrow, I guess, to have a normal kind of life where, you know, you're not relying on drugs, or not coming from a really screwed up family. So it's really, it was just a really lovely film, very powerful. Very powerful film, and I think anyone who watches it, you know, you'll realise how lucky you've got it. You know, if there's anything you're complaining about right now, watch this documentary and you'll see that things could definitely be a lot worse. And it also gives me faith in humanity, knowing that there's fantastic volunteers, because a lot of the Inside Peace program is run by volunteers, and to know that there's great people out there who are making a stand for people to transform their lives, and that it is possible. You don't have to stay in a rut.
That's correct. These prisoners did get out of their situation. They did. Especially when they got released from prison, they became better people and got normal employment.
Yes.
So it really helped them. And it started in 2007, I believe, the Peace Education Program.
Yes.
And they only had one workshop a week inside the prison. So only, you know, once a week really helped them get them back on their feet. So that tells you how effective that the Peace Education Program is.
And they had guest speakers, and they had video training and things like that. Actually, I would have liked to have known a bit more about how the program is delivered, and a bit more about the modules in the documentary. The documentary was really focused more on these three prisoners' lives, and, you know, how they've come from where they are to where they are, you know, where they were to where they are now. So I would have liked to have really seen a little bit more detail about the program and how it works in the documentary. Well,
me too, frankly, Aldwyn. It did tell you the effect of what the program had for the inmates. It didn't tell you, you know, too much about the process itself.
Yes.
Because they just had brief snippets, you know, of all the workshops that they attended. And they said, you know, very positive things, you know, in the workshops, and you know, the prisoners basically told the truth about their lives and themselves, and they made positives out of it, which will be very hard to do for anyone who's been convicted and, you know, been in prison for like 20 years, is what some of these people have been. So but they changed their negative attitudes around entirely because of these workshops. So that tells you the effect that the Peace Education Program had for them. So that's why that's being introduced into Queensland now, which is a great idea, isn't it, Aldwyn?
Yes.
To help prisoners.
Yes, and across the world, it's being delivered all over the place at the moment. So check it out. I think it's a fantastic program. It's good that it's not faith-based, and that it's actually, you know, more about principles of living life, rather than saying, well, you have to be Christian, or you have to be this or that to be transformed, you know. So I believe it is the only program that's not faith-based that's in prisons now. That's actually teaching people how to find peace within.
Well, the only thing you should think about is whether it works or whether it doesn't. And this program seems to. So that's the result that you need, basically, isn't it?
Yes, it's been very popular. So I thought overall, great documentary. I really enjoyed it. I would have liked to have known more about the process of how the program is being delivered. And at the end, it was a little bit of an abrupt ending for me. I would have liked to see a bit of a smoother transition at the end. But I give it 4 stars. How about you, Michael?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'd like to see more detail about the actual program presented in the documentary, because it just had brief outline of the procedures. But I really enjoyed it because it was an uplifting documentary.
Yes.
I'm sure it would be for anyone who sees it.
Yes, it was very inspiring, and we do need more good news out there. So this was a nice, positive documentary, and even though it highlighted the negatives of what had been, it showed what's possible now for these prisoners and for others who are like living in a prison when they're not actually in prison. So I think it's very powerful, will really make you think about life and how you do life. So cheers to the makers.
So I'm giving this
3.5. 3.5.
Same as you, so we're agreeing on this one.
Well, I gave it 4.
Old one.
I gave it 4. I gave it 4. So that's okay. So you give it 3.5, I give it 4. Overall, great job, good effort. Cheers to the makers of Inside Peace documentary. Cheers to them. Thank you. And we will be back soon with another review soon. If you like what you see, or if you have an opinion that differs from us, which you probably will, we would love to hear what you thought of the Inside Peace documentary. Now, it has won a heap of awards too. We've got to mention that. It's won heaps of awards. So it took 4 years in the making. So really congratulations to those who stuck with this documentary for the whole 4 years to produce it. I think that's a really great effort.
Go see it. It's worthwhile.
Absolutely. Go see it.
And you know what the Movie Review TV motto is, Aldwyn?
Yes, moving you at the movies.
And this will move you, I'm sure.
This will move you for sure. For sure. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon with more Movie Review TV. If you haven't subscribed to the channel that you're watching this through, then please do subscribe. It's under Aldwyn Altuney at the moment. And Movie Review TV, please share this video. If you like the review, share it, comment. We'd love your feedback. So let's get interactive on the social media and say our bit. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll be back soon with another review. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.